Disclaimer: I am not a mechanic, A&P, AMT, AME. I am not a CFI, CFII. I think you get the point. If you have any questions, concerns, etc., seek the advice of experts. I'm a private pilot who owns a plane and is trying to give back to the aviation community by sharing my own experience in aircraft ownership. Please refer to your aircraft's POH, as every aircraft is different. And remember, we're all in this together, so be safe out there. What's going on, people? This is the Thrifty Pilot here. Still feeling a little under the weather, so not flying today, so I thought that I would make a video just to kind of share my thoughts on lights, flashlights to be more specific. If you're flying 91, under 91, basically the rule says a flashlight having at least 2 size D cells or the equivalent that is in good working order. If you're flying under 135, a flashlight having at least 2 D cell batteries or equivalent. That's 135.159, or for 91 it's 91.503. And for 121, you've got 121.549. If you look in subsection B there, each crew member shall on each flight have readily available for his use a flashlight that is in good working order. So a lot of people get caught up on the 2 D cells or equivalent. There's a lot of interpretation there, but the research that I've done, of course, contact your local FSDO or whatnot, your instructors or whoever you go to for formalized FAA information. The way that I have always perceived it was the equivalent is bright enough for a 2C flashlight and the durability as well. All the lights that I'm going to show you right now I carry with me in the plane. I like to have always more than 2 or 3 on hand. Usually around 2 or 3 I keep on board with me at all times within arm's reach. I usually store them in my bag or in the actual plane. So the first one here is the headlamp. Everybody likes the headlamps. They're easy. This one you can find at Walmart for a total of $1. I don't mark this as my primary light just because it's not an actual flashlight. It's a headlamp and I don't want to get in any trouble, so I carry this as a secondary light. But as you can see, it's very bright, and since it's a headlamp, it's easy to use. I can wear it around the aircraft. One of the things is that a lot of these lights come with white LEDs, and I'll show you a way around that in just a second. But the headlamp's an awesome little guy to have around. It's cost $1. Since they're LEDs, they last forever, and it's something easy to put in the bag or in the plane. Next is one of these guys, just a very simple flashlight. These guys, man, I've had this forever, and it's only 3 AAA batteries. It's waterproof. It's got a little seal around it, off and on, simple operation. Nice bright LED light there. I would consider this a primary light. So I always have this in my bag, just in one of my pockets. It's always ready to go. I carry a few spare batteries just in case, and I'm ready to go. Next one here, I love this little light. I always have this on my keychain. It's always with me. So if for some weird reason I don't have any of these other lights with me, I still have this one. This one is a NITECore flashlight, and the cool thing about this is it's a big, bright red light. They're very inexpensive. I think I paid maybe $12 on Amazon for it. If I can find the link, I'll post it down below there. But it's also cool because it's rechargeable. It has a little flap here on the side that you pop open there. I know a lot of us who are pilots carry the little power banks, or maybe even have a cigarette lighter attachment where there's a USB plug. You can plug it right in there and it only takes a little while to charge and you're ready to go again. You don't have to worry about dead batteries. Like I said, it's extremely powerful. It's got that bright red light on there. The bright red light, for those who don't know, will not cause night blindness. In all the tests that you take through the FAA, they say it takes about 30 minutes from exposure to white light before your eyes can adjust back to the dark. So when you're flying, looking at charts, checking out something, maybe a gauge or some other type of thing throughout the plane, you don't want to blind yourself. So I always have one of these guys with me, mainly because I bought 3. One for every keychain I had. This is my vehicle keys. I also have one for the plane keys, with a little detachable ring, so that way I don't have to try to finagle around with the key stuck in the ignition there of the aircraft. But these things are great, and I, like I said, have 3 of them for each keychain, so I'm never without. Great, you know, just around the house and so on and so forth. Won't belabor the point, but I strongly suggest getting one of those guys. And lastly, you have your phone. You have a big bright LED. Again, I wouldn't consider this, and I'm doing the air quotes again, primary light. However, if you're in a pinch and you don't have anything else, you have this light on your phone. I can't think of a phone without one of these lights on them. And if you don't have a phone with a light, you can always, in really bad situations, use your screen to illuminate everything. So a little creativeness there if you're stuck without a light. So one of the little tips with these lights, like I said, the red light coming from them does not cause night blindness. And an easy way to fix this, if you have one of these lights there, is if you carry Scotch tape. It has to be Scotch tape, a little texture there. What you do is you pull off some and you cover the actual light. It's not going to be perfect, but it's probably not going to be perfect if you're doing this on the fly as well. Get a red marker. Usually a Sharpie will work really well. And just color this tape. There we go. Alright, now this is the important part. You don't want to leave it just like this. If you do that, you still see a bunch of white light. What you do is you just take another couple pieces of tape, whatever it takes to cover this, like so, like so. And I am on purpose leaving some overhang here. So when I'm done, it'll be easy for me to just take this tape off. So here we go again. Take this, color it, color it, color it. Oop, got the wrong tip there. Color it, color it, color it, color it. And the good thing is to make sure you cover pretty much everything, because light has a way to escape. It will, and if you have white light coming out of there, you just don't want that. So there we go, there we go, there we go. And I know this looks pretty horrible, but when you're in a pinch, it does the trick. And the thing is, this little headlamp cost $1. This little light cost $1, and you can do the same thing on this one. And watch this. When you push it, red light. Now, of course, it's going to be a little bit less intense than it was before, but let me see if I can turn this light off. I'm still very bright in this room, and the color is auto-adjusting. You can see this will light up a cockpit really easily. And you don't have that harsh white light that's going to bounce off your cockpit and get back in your eyes. And when you're done, just like new. Oh, got a little overage there. I used a 2-in-1 dry erase, so even if I did spill over a little bit, I can just wipe it off. And there you go, guys. This is what I carry in my plane. Lastly, I will kind of give a shout out to a hand crank lamp. However, I've noticed that the reliability of those hand crank lamps aren't as good as the others, and they do have the white light, and I usually just use the hand crank light in my bag that I keep in the storage department of my plane, and I use that for basically anything outside the cockpit, doing walk-arounds of the plane or something to that effect. They're great having that hand crank. However, if I just want a small light, then I pick up one of these guys. They're easy to put in the bags. Usually the hand cranks are fatter, a little bit more heavy to that because they have the battery and then they have the windings in there. So this is what I pick. Keychain light, headlamp. This guy, if you're in a pinch, use your phone. A little bit of tape if you need that, and a marker. And you're set for pretty much every situation that I can possibly think of. Alright guys, well that's pretty much it. Stay safe out there. We're all in this together. Have a good one.